turn it up. What up, what up? Yeah. Grab your chair, put up a seat, yeah. Welcome to the Atheist Round Table. We just the dudes that you knew for poking holes in all these fables. Yeah. See, we're just some atheists that got questions like, why does God kill babies with cancer? Hopefully, you can bring some answers. We'll sit back and take notes. Go ahead. Welcome to the Atheist Round Table. Welcome to the Atheist Round Table. Okay. Turn it up, turn it up.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Atheist Roundtable. It's the 1 year celebration, shenanigans, and all that shit. So I'm Oz. I got the Murderous One, Murder Shed Steve, and Jeff with me. What's up, guys?
Nice shirt.
Reppin'.
Hey, Jeff, you got to hook me up with one of those. What's up with that?
It's already on its way.
Ooh, is it a tank top?
No.
I don't want my arms chafing when I'm swinging the axe. So.
Well, you can always cut it.
Isn't it like 12 degrees there? What the hell are you talking about?
Only when it's nice out. Come on.
You made a TikTok video of defrosting water bottles in front of your van because they freeze.
Yeah.
Cool. As far as the 1 year, guys, we did it. We survived.
Yeah.
And no, but it's all around. It's been a blast. It's been fun, and we've had a lot of good laughs, and that's really what we're going to focus on tonight. And yeah, so Jeff, you take us back and let everybody know kind of, and we'll keep this part brief, but how we met, where we met, all that shit.
Well, I think that the first time we were all together was on like Skype calls. So this is just private, like just a bunch of guys on the call talking about random stuff, not even necessarily atheist stuff. And, Pasta was there, you were there, I was there, J. Mike was there, Steve was there. So, we had a lot of good conversations there that turned into how do we bring this? Like, how do we make what we're doing now in Skype entertainment and useful for other people? And that's kind of that start. I know a lot of us met on TikTok through my second account, which was, I don't even remember what the second account was, but that's where I actually started showing my face. What'd you say?
Are you up to 7 or 8 now?
8, but I've only had 6 banned. One of them I just forgot the password to, so that I need to clear that because people were like, "Oh, he had 7 banned account." I've only had 6 banned. I forgot the password to one of them and lost access. Sorry.
No, I thought we were in double digits. So,
well, we'll get there. I'm sure we'll keep trying. I know I'm at a point now to where it doesn't matter what I do. Even when I make a new account, they immediately flag my content when I put it up. So every single video I put up goes through a review. And I'm noticing a trend now between a lot of atheist content creators. Hyperhumanity is another one that has had his account. So I think that's going to be one of our next battles here is keeping the atheist, like just how we're normalizing atheism through the TART show. We need to make sure that the atheist community is being supported wherever they're trying to speak up. So
agreed. And then Steve, I guess what I'd ask you is when we started, there was a lot of, and we still do it, but the primary focus was, I guess we could call it digital SE. And I would say 90% of our content then was that. And as the year has came and gone, we've morphed and we've taken on, different ideas and concepts. When you look back at that, kind of, how would you describe that process and what it's looked like over the year? Because we have definitely morphed.
Oh, well, for sure. Yeah. I mean, the epistemic or the Socratic approach was definitely kind of the first idea that we had in mind. When we first started, it was all about just having good conversations with people and giving anybody a platform that wanted to talk about their beliefs, and then encourage them to have meaningful discussions with people who maybe have differing beliefs, like some atheists and things like that, which I think we did a pretty good job at. But I think we got a lot better as time went by. A lot less pushback when it wasn't necessary, and more pushback when we were kind of lacking. But as far as the kind of morphing from SE, I feel like we still do a lot of the SE, but at the same time, we just kind of sprinkled the channel with a few more darts with our debates, with Nady Nate's Lady Late show now, and doing some more things to normalize atheism, as well as give a platform for everybody to have a discussion.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Pasta Mike missed his alarm clock. So I do have to highlight that there, because he really helped all of us as far as pointing us in that direction, as far as the SE or the Socratic method. If they're kind of one and the same, but I remember all of us having conversations as a group. I remember the one-on-one conversations, and him even helping me to understand how to have a better conversation rather than being an argument
Right.
or a debate. So if it wasn't for his influence there on the channel, not just us as individuals, but on the channel, who knows what direction that would have.
Without Pasta, I don't think we would have gone from Skype to anything else. Like, he was the push, I think, in a lot of ways, to push us into giving us that out to get it done.
Yeah. Oh, he was the push. That's a great word for it. It was the
kick. He drop kicked us into YouTube.
His big ass drop kicked us.
Spanked our new booties and sent us on our way.
Oh, what's that song? Miss New Booty. As soon as you said that, it made me think of it. Anyway, but no, it's been a fun year, and we're gonna have kind of give those in the chat an idea of what we're gonna do here. So that's a little bit how we got started, and obviously, those have been watching TART or Tang here recently. We've morphed from that in a good way. We've added a lot of variety to what we do, and it's only going to get more exciting from here. But for the rest of the show, this next part, we're going to bring some folks on that have been a part of the channel, whether being on screen, being in the chat, being a moderator, or all of the above. And they're going to share little brief bits about what they, how they see TART, what it's meant to them, or impact, or anything like that. And we'll go for there. And there's too many of them for me to do a transition video, so I'm just going to add them.
Well, and Oz, before we do that, I wanted to announce a contest that we're going to do for tonight. So everybody out there watching, we're going to do a contest tonight of who can come up with the best murder joke. So only super chats will qualify. Doesn't matter how big it is, but whoever can super chat the funniest murder joke that I will select by the end of the evening will get the pipe. You can send your information to Oz at Austin@tart.live, and we'll send you an actual pipe from the show if you can come up with the funniest murder joke according to Murder Shed Steve.
And the murderous one is the judge. He is the final say.
So it better be fucking funny.
Yeah, make it funny, because we only do funny here.
That's right.
Did you see the Captain's comment?
It absolutely will be this pipe, and I will not be washing it. So enjoy your COVID.
Enjoy every last second of it. All right, so let the shenanigans ensue, and I'll just kind of bring each one on, shout out their name, and then we'll get to it. We have the Grumps, Captain Deadpool, Samuel Doolittle. And if you pay attention, see, Sam likes to think he's funny. And he bought this little sign. And obviously he doesn't understand the English language and said scientifical. But anyway, I digress. And then we have Murder Shed Steve's Stan with us.
I'm sorry.
Wow, I don't know what was more creepy. We have Nate Dog, and everybody knows Nate is part of the TART/Ting roster, but I wanted Nate to be part of this, just sharing the, what difference or impact TART has made. So that's why he's a part of this segment. And then last but not least,
you had to put me next to this guy though, like over here.
Yes, absolutely. We have Sweaty Eddie. So, like we said backstage, guys, please, as I learned when I was a Christian, please practice brevity. So keep it short and concise, but definitely share what you wanted to or what you had planned. So, we'll just go in order here. So my ADHD brain does not lose order. Samuel Doolittle.
Hey, what's up?
Talk to us, man. Tell us how you found TART and what impact, if any at all, TART has had.
Oh man. Okay, so yeah, I found TART. So I was I was giving it into my doubts, and I was actually looking into a lot of psychedelic stuff at the time, and then that led into some kind of atheist thought, and so I started looking on YouTube for some atheist stuff, and TART was the first thing I found. So I watched a few episodes, and I saw people that were asking the same questions I was. So what I did was I contacted Austin, and I was like, hey, I'm not sure what I believe. I'm kind of like somewhere in between, but I want to come on the show and talk about it. So TART gave me the first opportunity to say most of these things out loud for the first time in my life instead of just thinking about them. And then after that, I kept watching them and went on to some other atheist shows, and really started digging into concerns and doubts and learning stuff and reading the Bible again on my own. And then that eventually, this was probably about 8 months ago now. So I went through a long, probably like a 4 or 5 month period of depression, and I was just really down and didn't want to work or anything, but I kept watching and kept studying, and finally became comfortable with my disbelief. And that's when I could really go full force and start working on my logic and my epistemology, and talking to my family about it. Actually just came out as an atheist to my mom yesterday. We had like a 2.5, 3 hour conversation, and then I introduced her to Normalizing Atheism and Brute Facts podcast. So Eddie, she's watching all of your stuff. You'll probably get some questions for her. She asked a question to Pasta, and he answered it very eloquently, and she was very excited about that. And that caused us to have a conversation about the law of non-contradiction and a bunch of different things having to do with logic. So it's been a huge impact on my life. It enabled me to give into my doubts. I've been invited to multiple chat groups where I can talk to people that believe the same and different, and have civil conversations about beliefs and why we believe them and how we came to those beliefs. And, I can talk to my mom about it now, where I wouldn't be able to do that before. So it's been huge for me. And it actually got my wife and I talking about it too. So we talk about things. I feel like we're a little bit closer now than we were, because we talk about things like this, like these really important subjects. So it's quite literally been life-changing. Yeah.
Awesome. Yep. And I still remember Samuel's episode like it was literally yesterday. So I think that's awesome that it's led to that. And we need to do a follow-up on that, Samuel, now that you've talked to your mom, because we do have, Samuel and I share very, very similar stories as far as background and the way our mothers believe, and I think we should have a chat about that. But and
Mother's Day is coming up. Maybe we can do a Mother's Day special, and you bring your moms on.
Great idea.
That's funny. We can have some scientific discussions, but that's about it.
Scientifical. It's always great if it's scientifical. Next, Captain Dadpool.
I feel like the free space in Scrabble or the bingo because I'm in the middle.
Nah, man, you're what's her name in the Brady Bunch? The maid.
Who was? Oh, Alice.
Yeah, just look all around us. You know.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm on Theist Row down here, so.
Well, you and Steve are the parents. We're the kids. Anyway.
It's always you are. We'll say bingo.
All right, I'm up. Yeah.
And the rest of you, have some damn respect and mute your mics when somebody's talking.
For real, gosh. Yeah. So I had been an atheist for about 2 years or more before I joined TikTok, and then of course, I got a bunch of people's attention, and then one day during live or one of my live. Or when I went live, Oz popped up and was like, "Hey, do you want to come on the show?" I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." Like I'd always wanted to be on a podcast. Like I thought that'd be so cool. And so Oz invited me on, and it was the first one I'd ever been on. And now since I've been on a bunch and other channels too, so it's been a wild ride. And Oz is the one who kind of started it all. And that of course, brought me into this community where I got to actually like meet people on a more personal level and interact with them, and now I feel like I'm part of a community, as before I kind of felt alone. Yeah, it's been awesome. I met a bunch of really cool people that I didn't know before, and I'm glad to know now, and I can't wait to get to know more of in the future. Yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Yeah, and if you're not familiar with I'll give you guys a chance to plug and shill here once we're done with this portion. But if you're not familiar with Dadpool's story, get familiar with that. But if you have questions, this gentleman is a great resource as far as biblical, theological knowledge. That was for you, Samuel.
He's like another Dr. Josh. He's like he's another resource like Dr. Josh.
Yeah, and when you have those people on your team as atheists to be able to pull that knowledge from, I would say you're foolish for not leaning on that kind of wisdom and knowledge. So next, the CEO of Mods, the one and only ghost believing Grumps.
Oh, sure, you have to bring that up again. Anyway, I think I found the show through Pasta. I'm not sure. It might have been J Mike. Could have been Murder Shed even. I don't know. I've lost track. And by finding this group when I did, it's given me a community that I didn't have locally because the local people just aren't that great. They just aren't that inviting. And through Jeff here, I've got a huge community now through his Discord, and I really appreciate all that. And that's about all I got.
Fair enough. And Grumps, we do appreciate everything you do behind the scenes for the show. I know Jeff has said it many times, what you do for the Discord, and you don't necessarily get all the the FaceTime and the limelight here, but you definitely shine in the chats and the responsibility of the mods and then on the Discord. So we appreciate you, man. And before we go next here, make sure we call out. We got a couple of super chats here. Atheist Chico for $5. Heard some show is having a B-day. Goddamn right. We all just watching this guy Jeff hang around this 1-year-old. We okay with that? Jeff, do we need to know something?
What's going on?
Atheist Chico's just upset because I beat him 1v1 on Call of Duty last night.
Oh, okay. Moving on.
1v1 me, bro.
Wittershins for $9.99. Thank you. First of all, I never really wanted anyone to die, and I've never approved of violence, but I still blew Hugh's brains out. Susan was nice, but I had to cull her. Please don't read into this story.
The current lead.
Hell is she on?
The current lead of the competition with the funniest murder joke so far.
Yeah, only Steve would have got that because I'm sitting here like, what the fuck?
I'm just thinking I want some of that, whatever it is, whatever she's on. That's what I want.
I'm on the same thing, so we're on the same page.
All right.
Then
Well,
maybe
guys,
I don't.
so far we're doing great on time, so let's keep it there, Eddie. Hint, hint. Does
he need to say anything? I mean, just.
Well, I mean, if we let Eddie go too long, we might be short on time.
Yep, no, we're doing great. So next up,
the longer he goes, he doesn't get any taller.
And next in line, and he changed his name. I don't know if it's due to shame, but Jim, Murder Shed Steve's Stan, is up next. So Jim, holler at us.
Okay, I am Steve, evil brother, Jim. And what TART means to me is I finally found another murderous one that I can hang out with. And Steve, he's the atheist version. I'm the Christian version. It works all the time. I'm also drunk all the time as well. So, thank you. Have a nice day.
I've been writing and you still ain't calling.
Oh,
so
my
now
God.
I've gotten a close look at your acts there, and I'm pretty impressed. But let's do a quick comparison.
That's what she said.
Take a peek.
You got to put both of us in there. It's like you got to work this faster, side by side.
So Jim, hold on, Jim. Who shows this? Chill out, bro. Chill out.
We've got
Ours
my
has a difficulty remembering his email password. You're not going to get 2v2 or 2-on-2 here.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Go
Max
Cameron.
Bros.
If we'd have bet on who made the show go to hell first, I wouldn't have never bet that it would have been Jim.
All right. Well,
No,
Jim?
but in all seriousnly, TART's been great.
now we're going to be serious about it. Okay.
Hey, I have to learn. I learned from you guys, and my sense of humor is really greatly improved. So, TART's been really good, and I like the people. I think I was searching for a group of people as well who, even though I'm a Christian, I can have conversations like this with, and not feel like I'm just attacked all the time. And this was that group of people. So, I highly recommend it. Challenge your beliefs, ask questions, and join the murderers crew.
Nope. And for the record, because we do have a couple theists, specifically Christians, on here, and we do appreciate the fact that there are Christians or theists in general that like hanging out with us crazy atheists, and they appreciate the friendship and the camaraderie. I think that's awesome, and it says a lot about them as individuals, because there's a lot of theists that won't even fucking talk to me because I'm an atheist, and call me all kinds of terrible names. But before we
Ugly.
Ugly's definitely one of them. Before we do this, one more super chat, and thank you guys for your super chat. Atheist Chico with another $5. The show is 1 year old. How you big brains missed that part of the joke. Also, 1v1 doesn't count. Said I was camping and I wasn't. So
Camping is the worst crime, actually.
There's no camping.
That's actually a
No
higher
camping.
crime
camping.
than being atheist. Like camping and then like atheist is all the way down here.
I don't know.
You can't
I hear my
Camping,
10-year-old. I hear my 10-year-old
atheist,
talk about camping.
Making
So
fun of a bald guy. That's the order.
No, camping takes skill. You got to snipe the moving people running by. Camping.
No, I have more respect
What
for
are you talking
snipers
about?
who actually know what they're doing, but campers just sit there in a corner and go. It's worse than
All right.
murder.
Anyway, another super chat from Secular Rarity for $15. Thank you. Just got to say it again. I love this channel. it won't let me cuss, I guess. No, not on the super chats, I don't think. But I'll cuss for you. I love this fucking channel. I think that's what you wanted to say. God told me. But last but not least, this part, and we always joke around and we give Eddie a hard time, but he gives it right back. Don't be mistaken. But we give Eddie a hard time. But Eddie, we appreciate you, man, and glad that we all got to meet. And I know you and old Murder Shed Steve didn't start off on the best of feet, but here we are today. We've all become friends and talk literally on a daily basis. And I think that's awesome. So, Eddie, I'll say it not because it's you, just because I feel like I need to say this. Brevity.
Okay. I got on TikTok. A bunch of Christians and atheists pissed me off. Here I am. No, Tart's been great, man. Steve and I butted heads. I found out he's a really good dude. Try to figure that out. Still to this day, don't know what happened. Oz and Pasta brought me on here, and through their inspiration and pushing, I always wanted to have my own show, and now I got it because they rock. Thanks, Sam, for the shout out to your mom. I appreciate that. And Captain, how in the world do you have kids at 8:30 at night and it's as quiet as it is?
Bedtime's 8 o'clock, and Thursdays they have soccer, so they're all wore out.
Okay.
It's called
And
discipline.
It's 9:40 here.
Yeah, I got 2 kids asleep right now too. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry, Sam. I'll put you in there next time.
Yeah, what the hell?
I'm glad we brought Eddie on to talk about our 1-year anniversary, and he's more concerned about talking about other people's kids' bedtime.
My kid got into the ether, so
good man.
What are you gonna do?
It was a self distraction, so I didn't bloviate. That was like part of the plan.
Keep it PG. No
bloviating. Okay. Is that like scientificals? Another super chat.
Almost.
Who's this guy? Samuel Doolittle, $5. Did you hear about the Scottish man who murdered his wife? He totally killed her.
Wah, 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 wah.
That's a Murder Shed Steve style joke if I've ever heard one. Sound like it came straight from your dad. Anyway.
All right. And then we got there. So Nate has become a part of the official TART / Tang Lang Dang 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 roster, and now has his own show with us, Up Lady Late with Nate. And I'll say he's had 2 episodes so far. The first one was great, but this the second one, I could tell he's getting his groove, more comfortable doing what he does. It was badass. I think I watched it 3 or 4 times and laughed each time. So you're doing great, Nate. But go ahead, take 2 or 3 minutes and holler at the people.
Oh, he gets 2 or 3 minutes. Okay.
I said the same thing to everybody.
Yeah. You didn't listen, Eddie.
I got brevity.
Thanks for interrupting my 2 to 3 minutes, Eddie.
Yeah, I'm doing that on purpose.
2 minutes 45 seconds.
Much appreciated. Yeah, now I'm at 2:30. But no, known Oz for a long time, and me and him have very parallel stories. And I was in kind of a position in my life where I was really agnostic, didn't really know thoughts one way or another on things. Where TART comes in with that was that he invited me into that community and helped me delve into those different beliefs and be skeptical about what I was thinking. Everyone in the group was welcoming and offered me different bits to help me along my way. And then lo and behold, I joined up with the Ting Tang Walla Walla Bing Bang crew and putting my own content out, which is something I've always wanted to do as well. So provided me a platform to be able to do that also. So very appreciative of TART, Tang, everyone involved with it. Pasta's not here, but also appreciative of him and all the help that he's provided as well. And so overall, much appreciated. Love the community. Love all the people that watch and friends that I've made throughout the way. And looking forward to what's coming up. That's for damn sure.
Yay. No, I appreciate it. And like Nate said, we've known each other about 20 years now. So we go way back. But it's cool to see Nate where he's at, and even him growing. It's fun to watch people grow in their argument and their confidence in being able to hold their position and have those conversations. It's been cool to watch. Well, before we get into the videos, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Danny, $5. Danny, I think this is the first time we've seen you in here. Thank you. Congrats on the anniversary. Appreciate it. Thank you. And Steve, take it away.
Oz, I had a question. So, Oz, has Nate's hair been the same hue since you've known him? For 20 years?
It was a little more salt and pepper then. We're just gonna be talking about kids all. What?
His nose definitely dropped a little.
So I'll bring some receipts next time.
Okay.
So you can see that Oz is not being accurate with his thought process on that. So
I think somebody is walking in a little bit of delusion.
Yeah, I have the photos. It's fine.
Goes to show you don't drop all delusional thinking.
You can still, as an atheist, have bad beliefs and bad ideas.
Yeah, my hair is a big one. Yeah, that's a terrible thing to believe in. But yeah, I'll bring the receipts.
Okay, bring the receipts. Next episode, we demand them. But before we go into the next part and start playing some clips throughout the last year of these knuckleheads. Us knuckleheads. I just want to say, those that are on screen right now, thank you guys for your friendships, not just YouTube related, but just being able to chop it up, talk about past experience, life, and there's some that we even talk about real life shit that comes up, and family shit and things like that. Especially with COVID and everything, has been very important to a lot of us to have that. So to everybody on the screen, thank you so much for those friendships and those relationships. And I have a big old glass, but here's to another year of all the TART shenanigans, and appreciate you guys. And we are now going to get into the videos. Well, here, before I take you guys off, we do have a couple more super chats here. Samuel Doolittle, never heard of this guy. $10. Serial murderer Ed Gein was famed for killing and skinning his victims. When he was asked why he did it, he responded, "You don't know someone until you walk around in their skin."
Sam, I don't think that one's even a joke.
It's very astute. Yes.
Yes, ma'am, for $10. Thank you. Nate, you're a silver fox.
It's not silver fox.
Badger.
Everyone else does look good.
Jim, stay out of this.
I also heard that Nate had a badonkadonk.
Okay.
Pasta was checking it out.
I'm getting ready to take you guys and put you backstage for a second. You guys can discuss.
Get backstage, you two.
It's a honky tonk, but don't.
Thank you guys very much. Like I said, and we're going to transition you knuckleheads off, but don't leave because you're coming back in a minute. All right, gentlemen, let's get into these shenanigans. So we have some videos, some clips. So everybody get your drink, your popcorn, your favorite snack. We have several minutes here of videos, and they're all focused on the dumb, funny, satirical shit that how we do it, right? So let us begin.
All these just want to be a mini me. All these just want to be a mini me. Friend of me, any me. All these just want to be a mini me. All these just want to be a mini me. I'm about to go Goku. Leave all my haters red like old news. Yeah, trying to get the green like it's Whole Foods. Couldn't take my style and now you so blue. Yeah, now we don't even know you. Your hometown we don't even go to. Trying to get it worldwide, global. Looking, I can show you. Been killing this since 02. Spiller, the hope man killer. Life so free, can't no man kill him. Came from the bottom, was a broke man. Get up, still move like 10 man with no found window. Boom. Pardon me, I get hectic. Boom. I survive through the wreckage. You should go look for the exit. New sheriff in town, I get a little reckless. Missed the memo, go check the message. I ate then came back for seconds. I hate seeing your fake little necklace. Lifestyle decrepit, I should probably expect this. Too much game for your league. I'm Hussein with Steve, or Hussein on beats. Legendary, I'm everything you aim to be. I'm insane and free, you can't tame the beast. Ugh. Friend me, any me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas.
So I'm gonna be taking on the winner, probably Eddie. I would assume Eddie's gonna make it there. I mean, it's really a breeze after that. The only reason T-Jump wins any debate is because he's debating Christians. Debate another atheist. T-Jump doesn't even think we live in the Matrix. Talk about, low-hanging fruit. So let's see, T-Jump, me, I win, Dadpool. I think Dadpool or Atheist Pastor's going to make it.
Look, so round one, cease to know, just Jeff. What if he wins?
What if he wins? What if a space shuttle lands on my face right now? Like,
That is one of the quotes of 20. Of the first year. What if a spaceship lands on my face?
Oh, I hate what if questions.
But the fact that that's how you know Jeff is a top level grade A troll. Like that was his first response. What if a spaceship lands on my face?
you got any other really strange hypotheticals you want to come up with?
Going down in the first.
Going down in the first.
But that means you got T-Jump.
Yes. T-Jump's next. Like, T-Jump may not even show up after the first round, after he sees what happens.
Everyone knows that Tom is all good looks and terrible arguments.
No, I mean, I've never really seen him debate a professional. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe Eddie would make it through the list. That's possible. Geo Sam. I don't know. It should be interesting. I'm thinking Eddie's going to make it through. Well, Eddie just likes to scream rules whenever he thinks he has something like a fallacy. And he thinks.
No, that's true. That's true. I heard Eddie the other day. I was
100%.
like, bro, just hold on a second. We can have a conversation. I'm just trying to tie my shoes.
He was at Publix last week, and they wouldn't accept one of his coupons, and he was like, straw man.
Yeah.
Eddie, I actually have you dropped your badge.
It's
The fallacy police.
Fallacy police.
That's right.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, he was like, dude, I need to talk. I was like, bro, we can talk. Chill out. Like, I'm trying to tie my shoes. Like, I need to tie my shoes so I can leave. We can talk. He was like, no, that's a fallacy. That's a fallacy. You can't tie your shoes. The conversation comes before tying the shoes. That's a fallacy.
Yeah, I think that's a straw lace fallacy, isn't it?
Yeah, lacing the straw man.
A tie lace fallacy. Yeah.
Lacing the straw man. Yep.
Yeah.
That's how he wins.
Do you think Eddie's going to stand on a stack of Bibles to get a little bit of height advantage?
We need to get him a phone book or something to sit on. I would delete all my accounts online if Eddie beat me in a debate.
Hey, I heard he got a master's degree in philosophical argumentation.
This sounds made up.
Yeah, it is. I tried my best. Just Jeff, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gents, it's just Jeff. Let's get a close up, Jeff.
Just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. Friend me, any me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. All these niggas just wanna be a mini me. Friend me, any me. All these niggas.
And shout out Pasta Mike. I did leave the intro and the outro and the production there because it's badass and I love the beat.
Just wanna be a mini me.
Question for you. How do you justify atheism, given that atheism is a universal negative, but in a not God world, how would you be able to establish any universals? Invoke that proposition without referencing God.
What if I do it and I just don't know?
Do you reference God when you assert the sky is blue?
So how do I have to say, like, the sky is blue, I love God? Is that how you do it with God?
When you assert as an atheist the sky is blue,
do
you by choice
how do you
not
assert the sky is
reference
blue?
God. Okay, I'll be glad to answer that question, but you have a call-in show where you're taking questions, and I'm asking you a question about your atheism. Now, if you're incapable of answering this question intelligently when you're doing a YouTube stream, you're trying to turn the tables on me by asking me about my position.
No,
My
I'm just trying to
position is
understand.
not relevant.
Sometimes I need help understanding, and that's the best way I can
My
understand.
position is not relevant. Are you listening here? You see, you're over talking me. My position
But you talk
at
a lot.
this moment.
You talk
Okay,
a lot.
I'm talking just as much as you are, but you're the one who keeps on sounding very confused.
Yeah, I am confused. You're confusing me. I'm very confused. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello. Oh, Darth.
Did you hang up? What's going on? Okay, well, I guess he's done. What's going on? I did not hang up on him. He disconnected, and it could have been computer related, phone. You know how phones are. You drop calls. It happens.
I think
he's probably using a VPN over the internet. I'm using a VPN over the internet. Stuff happens. But that didn't stop him from blaming me for disconnecting the call. Unprovoked, unsubstantiated claim.
Yeah, and if you want to, I don't want to do it just to respect other people's creative rights. If you go check out Tom Rabbit's cut up and mashup of Jeff's different interactions with Darth, it's even more hilarious than what you just.
He gets very angry over the alleged hang-up that never happened.
And my favorite response, Mrs. Oz actually walked into the studio as I was going through some of this material one night, and I'm cracking up. She was like, "What are you laughing at?" I was like, Darth's crying like a bitch, and Jeff is like, "That was 3 months ago. Are you not over that yet?"
That was before I got banned from his server for not answering questions that I don't understand.
Yeah, that man is he's a sad, as the Christians say, sad soul.
We'll pray for him.
Sad soul. But next in line here is the murderous one. So I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to need to make sure you have your drink and maybe not worry about the snack. Just be close to a bathroom. You might piss your pants.
Grab your diapers.
Grab them to pans. Grab them to pans because this one's pretty funny.
But yeah,
I think I've only personally been to the precipice once or twice.
Once or twice? That's not nearly enough time at the precipice.
I need to
precipice a bit more. Precipice more. Precipice more.
Every time I study psychology, I just have panic attacks.
Really? Why? Why?
Have you ever seen that South Park episode where they're pawning the tooth fairy?
No, anyway, I don't watch a lot of
Kyle starts reading all this philosophy. And as he's reading this philosophy, he finally has this existential crisis where he doesn't know if he exists.
Oh yeah,
and then he becomes like that thing that was stealing the teeth.
He's
giant chicken
everywhere and nowhere. But when I studied, so I really liked studying sociology and psychology as my electives in college.
Sorry, real quick. So if not, I'll forget. Thank you, Dragons of Genesis, on the super chat. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother.
College.
Yeah.
And if you leave me alone with a psychology book, I start psychoanalyzing myself. And then that just leads to this cycle. And then I just have a panic attack because I'm like, do I exist?
You know,
Do you ever have the back and forth tennis with yourself between
all the time?
and nihilism?
Yeah, ignorance is bliss.
Am I a brain in the vat? Does nothing matter? Am I a brain in the vat? Does nothing matter?
Jeff, whenever I psychoanalyze you, I also get a panic attack. So
Well,
I
that's
completely
why
understand where you're coming from.
It's very hard for me to
comes by that
find.
honestly. This is a natural.
It's a low blow.
And Steve's getting ready to give a knockout punch here in a second.
State of being when psychoanalyzing Jeff. All right. that's fair then.
Anybody to find a good therapist because I'm so like critical of myself, and I already know some of the playbook. So the first few moments that you're starting and if you ever had a new therapist, it's always like, yeah, you're on exactly like wrong scale here. You're not tracking with me, and it takes someone some time to get there.
I know 3 therapists who have retired after one session with just Jeff.
One of them was 33.
So I've got another question for the theists in the room down there at the bottom that are covered up now.
Oh, this is great.
If you are Masonic,
Messianic,
thank you very much. I always have to mispronounce at least one word.
Wormy chestnut or something.
If you don't like, I have a solution for anybody that doesn't like money. If you like, there's something that you love, just use the money that you obtain for the thing that you love, whether it's like giving it to some
the Patreon
or something.
Our Patreon.
Yeah, at least because there is value to it. So I think it would be dumb to not at least like fuck the system, so to speak, and use it to further your what you would want to see in the world, since that's what it's kind
Patreon.
of
Put the Patreon link up.
I was going to say, if I win the lottery, the first place I'm going is TART.live. Of course.
Yeah. You go online.
Donate it to all of us.
Yeah, you want to buy every single. I would personally buy 6,000 hats and then make Austin individually ship every hat to me. Individually. One of those hats right there at $34 and have him individually package and ship 6,000 hats.
Now, wait a minute, Jeff. Didn't you already do your segment here? I have another question.
I need to get a shirt.
From Sunny Second. Oh, Jeff. At the end of the day.
Oh, this is awesome.
Hand check.
I don't see anything on the screen. It's I don't see.
So before we get into this, I forgot that Steve, that you did the hand check before this started. When I went back
oh man, because Oz was doing some weird shit with his hands, and I just wanted to make sure that something goofy wasn't going on. Something sacrilegious, if you will.
Bro, when you were like hand check, I rewound it like 3 times. I was in tears. But anyway, yeah, this was the greatest roast session to date for the Atheist Roundtable.
Anything? Is it just a blank for you guys? I think it's blank. We should just move on to the next one. I just think it's just blank.
I see Pastor John said, "Did Steve see my question?" That's what I see.
I haven't seen it yet. Was it a super chat, John?
Yeah, John, is it a super chat?
I've got
Pastor
hand
John
check.
a real pastor, or is he like a character or something?
No, he's a real pastor.
He's a youth pastor.
He just loiters around on this freaking just to see what the atheists are doing. I'm trying to understand. Did God send Pastor John? Jesus himself could manifest right here. He could show up sort of like that scene in Terminator. There's an orb of white light and there's lightning all around it, and Jesus himself could show up. He doesn't even have to be naked like he was in the Terminator movies, but Jesus could come to this stream and he could communicate that he's real and here's what he wants and that he's coming again soon and we all need to repent. But instead, no, he sends Pastor John, the youth pastor, to loiter in the comment section. I do not understand. Somebody explain it.
I think if I saw Jesus, I would want to see him naked, to be honest. I would prefer that.
I mean, time travel, let's just be honest, though. His explanation to time travel is much more understanding and logical than the actual Bible.
I'm not trying to be a dick here, but hang on just a second, okay? Is this not an exercise? Is this not theological masturbation? Right? What you are doing is you are saying God has not properly explained himself. So I have to go into a comment section to explain God to everybody else. Is this not simply a way for you? I'm not saying it is. I'm asking it in the form of a question to feel morally and theologically superior. Then you can go back to your little religious lair, pat yourself on the back and say, I did God's work, and I told those evil atheists how it is.
Proper burn.
What?
Proper burn.
Oh,
my favorite part is, why don't you go back to your, I'm paraphrasing, why don't you go back to your Christian lair?
Well, I've heard that he keeps stacks of bodies in there to play with inside of his lair, Pastor John.
Oh, I forgot that he likes doing the
Yeah.
eat with the dead people.
Yeah.
Doing the eat.
Just
All
because
right.
she's dead,
Well,
it doesn't mean she's not fresher.
anyway, I will say this probably is my vote for Murder Shed Steve's performance of the year.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
You have to be 100% honest.
I will.
Are you a serial killer?
Do you remember those people that we talked to a little while back together?
Yes, I do.
I just caught news that they're developing on the land that we last saw them. So we've got a little work to do.
I've got the bags, the duct tape. There's a couple in particular that I need your help on. So,
Well, I'll get the lie. Nice to see you again, Anthony. Everybody.
It's good to see you too.
Absolutely. Let's just say I'm a natural at asking questions.
I love to go back and take clips out of his old videos.
Yeah, I noticed that. What's the deal with that? Why do you keep you won't upload anything that I've done since 2018?
I was like, I have a feeling Anthony's going to say something about this one.
Yeah, and it's the worst video, it's the worst audio, and it's the worst example of SE. You have such a polished show. Why would you even bother with that older stuff?
You gotta remember, Anthony, that Oz is at a different level audience.
Wow.
So he might find
A
other
lower
things.
level
You
than
know,
the
like a
audience?
lower, right.
Oz is only using clips that he can relate to.
That makes sense now that you're mentioning it. You have to ease. Some people have to be eased into this, especially slower people or people who maybe they don't have as much empathy as some other people.
All right.
That ending reminded me of the Clockers intro, if you've seen that movie.
Yeah. Yep. I thought about you when I saw that pull up. I was like, oh, I'm going to use that. But no, it has been cool for me to watch both Jeff and Steve grow into their thing. And what I mean by that is Jeff, the call-in show that just brass tacks, like that's his shit, right? He owns that shit. Like that's his goddamn thing. And then Steve, this Murder Shed Steve character, and it's like part of it's like front and center, but there's this hidden part of it, and playing the dynamics back and forth. It's been awesome to watch you guys develop into those, not just characters, but that skill set, being able to do that on screen. So kudos to you guys, man. You guys have owned those characters. Oh,
Thanks,
cool.
Oz.
Good to hear from you.
Thanks, Oz. We know.
Jeff's like, yeah, fuck you, Oz. So mine's quick. So we'll play mine, and then we'll pull Pasta's up. And Pasta's is equally as hysterical. Mine's boring. Equally as hysterical to your guys's. So let me get this up here. Up in here. R.I.P.
So
no, you don't understand. You don't understand.
Here,
let me interrogate you, sir. I need to interrogate you.
Who's speaking?
You
So you know what we have to do? We have to do this. We have to do this. The proper introduction.
I'm speaking.
What's that? Don't talk over me.
I'm speaking.
Don't talk over me. So this episode is literally within, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, because my memory is terrible, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks into us doing this.
We had Ethan Lawless on.
Yeah.
Yep.
And of course, Darth being the weasel, and I don't mean weasel in a good way, because when I call Jeff a weasel, it's in a good way. I'm talking about the cross-eyed, shady. I don't have the to go head to head with atheists that actually know what the fuck they're talking about. Comes and tries to prey on a group of atheists that just started their channel, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and Pasta Mike gave him the bitch slap. Gave him the goddamn bitch slap. So you need a little bit of that. Before we go, Mrs. Oz, $99.99. Babe, we need to talk.
She took it out of your wallet.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? She did ask me for money this morning.
How come it's behind the play bar? The other ones weren't behind the play bar.
I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that.
How do you do that? That's not even possible.
I don't.
The $99 has broken StreamYard.
Yeah, it broke it. But here we go. So now you have a little backstory. You're about to hear Pasta Mike bitch slap the Darth Dawkins.
Don't you dare ask me. Don't you? How dare you?
I don't know who's speaking.
You don't even know what I'm talking about. That's not what I asked.
Who's speaking?
That is not what I asked, sir. Sit down when I talk to you.
All right, listen, dude. If you're not going to conduct yourself like an adult, I'm going to move on.
You stop it. Okay? You stop being sassy.
No.
Okay.
Who is speaking to me?
It's
is it Austin? Is it
PM?
Okay, good. That's all I'm asking. Yeah, if you're gonna put on a clown, listen. If you're gonna put on a clown, listen. You're gonna put on a clown performance. I'm not gonna. Okay, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Okay, so cease. Okay, so are you done with your trolling? Okay, so cease. What you're not understanding is this: I
love it. He was like, "No, I'm just trying to give you a little tasty taste."
Who's speaking? Who's speaking? Who's speaking? Who's talking to me right now? I don't know how computers work. Very scared and vulnerable right now.
He was like, I just want to give you a tasty taste. Darth, I just want to give you the tip. I just want to give you the tip.
Just the tip.
Hey, is that Aunt Kathy?
That's Aunt Kathy.
Hey, is Dr. Josh met Aunt Kathy?
No. Nope.
Let's get Aunt Kathy on the phone. Where's she at? Has Aunt Kathy ever talked to Kent Hovind before?
Oh, I doubt it.
Does she know who Kent Hovind is?
I'm sure. I mean, it's a good possibility. I'm not sure.
What's Aunt Kathy's area code?
Well, I'm not saying that live.
Dude, area code, for the love of God. Come on.
We're not from a big fucking city.
Like somebody can guess her phone number by an area.
I'm not doing it. You can get mad at me. I'm not doing it.
Area code. Like, everybody in the city where she lives has the same area code, right?
I don't care.
Like, I'll give you my bank's routing number over this.
Everybody should. I'm not okay. Cool.
No, because I'm looking at these numbers. I don't know which one of them was her.
I'm putting it in a private chat.
Okay, there you go. Oh, 605. Got it. Just kidding. Got it. There it is. There's Aunt Kathy. Let me call Aunt Kathy. Aunt Kathy.
Hello?
Hey, Aunt Kathy. What's going on? Oh, don't you giggle at me, Aunt Kathy. You sassy little thing. You sassy little Christian. What are you doing?
I'm listening.
Well, we got a panel of heathens, including Eddie.
I know.
Especially
I
Eddie.
know.
Actually, especially Eddie. He's the chief heathen. Hey, have you ever spoken with Kent Hovind before?
No.
Do you know who Kent Hovind is?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, he's the...
Has he been on your show?
Well, he comes on the show from time to time, and he's big into...
Is he atheist or Christian?
Oh, big time Christian. Big time Christian.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Huge Christian.
Well, I Gosh, I need to talk to him then.
Yeah. So he just wants to say hello to you. That's all. And also, so Eddie's a Christian as well. So Eddie wants to say hello to you. So,
Yeah, I know. I've seen Eddie and Oz talk.
and we're shooting we're shooting in front of a live studio audience today here in New York City. Aunt Kathy, everybody! Hey, what's going on, Aunt Kathy? Hey, give it up for Aunt Kathy. What's going on? So, Kent, what have we got for Aunt Kathy?
Yeah, I guess I only have one question for her. Okay? Yeah, so is she one of these strange people that doesn't think that the world is only 6,000 years old? Okay.
I think it's it's older than 6,000 years old.
Oh, well, see, I think that's just, I think that's just something that you're evolutionary. You see, this is something we shouldn't have the taxpayers.
Let's be transparent. So a lot of the folks in the audience, I think Loki might be the only one that knows this because I definitely tell him everything you tell me not to tell him. So just want to preface that. I record our conversations and I wire him all the cassette tapes. I do it on cassette. Tape.
On cassette, okay.
Yeah, from 1987. Anyway, Austin still prays when he eats breakfast. It's ritualistic. He knows it's not real, but it's like a habit formed. So he goes to eat breakfast and he goes to eat his food, scrambled eggs. But dear Lord, Father, that the food. Oh, God damn it! Fuck! It's just a ritual thing. That's why he's half a Christian. And then the other thing is, he's addicted to the pornography. He can't help it. Help it. He can't. It's an illness.
I remember literally about to fucking piss my pants when he was doing that.
What do you mean about to?
I didn't. It was just a little dribble.
Look at his face and tell me that that's not the face of a man that has problems with the pornography. Look at his face. High blood pressure, hypertension, prostate issues. Doctors tell him to do it. There's health concerns, but we're gonna pray the pornography away. So, but we're gonna move on though. We're gonna digress.
That was one of your late night things, wasn't it? That the two of you did.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, okay, got it. Going back to granting people.
Hey, there's a high school team. Actually, the quarterback needs a touchdown pass. I'll be right back.
God damn it! All right, favorite natural disaster. Go.
Real quick before we get too far into this, because I don't want to miss them. So, excuse me, Ian Davenport, $5 super sticker. Thank you very much. And then Eddie, Sweaty Eddie, Brute Facts. I always wanted my own show, but had no idea what I would do. TART gave me inspiration and focus. Sorry, Eddie, because the screen's fucking it up. TART gave me inspiration and focus because of the TART team. I made the leap and very grateful. I truly love you guys. Special love to Pasta and Oz. Love you, brother. Appreciate that. And it's great to have you as a friend, not just a guy we talk shit to all the time, but an actual friend. And then Aunt Kathy, everybody.
So Oz.
Yeah.
They don't see the bar. That's just us.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've been watching on my big screen.
Yeah. So don't say anything about it. We don't want them to know.
We don't want you guys to know you didn't hear anything.
It's okay. I muted my mic. They can't hear me.
Oh, okay. Because I muted everybody too. Congratulations from Aunt Kathy. It's great. You provide an avenue for discussion and challenge. By the way, how do I increase dollars? 49 always pops up for me. There should be like a sliding, a slider that you can increase the dollar amount.
It's actually, that's in cents. You need to add 2 more digits. It's not working properly.
Or that.
And if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
Yeah. Cream.
That's right.
$1 bill. Never mind. So let's do this because this is one of the few times we're all YouTubers. This is one of the few times that Pasta Mike found himself like borderline speechless, and it was amazing. And Amy Newman, what's up?
Grumps, over to you, buddy.
Hi. Mount St. Hills.
Oh, got it. I know Jeff. Jeff was a big
Volcanoes
fan.
and earthquakes. Ooh.
Oz, what are you thinking of? There's a little 5-hour energy.
Oh, hold on. Oh, Oz is eating those baby fetuses.
What is that? That's disgusting. What is going on up there? What is that? Oh, that's. Oh man, this went somewhere dark.
If I didn't think I was going to hell before, this show will do it.
I love what Ben said right there.
This is the one they show.
This is the one.
They say atheists just we just eat little babies.
Did you buy those or make those?
Oh, he made them.
Let's get a word from our sponsor,
please.
What is that?
That was me with my sparring partner practicing
not that.
nut shots. Oh, sorry, Jeff. It was fetuses.
Not that either.
Oz looks like Beetlejuice role playing Jesus.
Now, don't say it 2 more times.
Beetlejuice.
You son of a.
So I do want to pause right there because those were the funny moments of from Pasta, and then the last one more. So Pasta has you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. There's never been another time where he was like, we need to cut to the promoters or the sponsors or like it's like we're eating babies. I need to gather my thoughts. That's why I put that on there because I was one of the only times I remember that, and that's a little dicey. Eating fetuses is a little dicey on air. But before we play, I only have like 1 minute of my shit because I don't say anything that's worthy of being played back. Before we do that, Pasta, number one, I hope you're okay, or you overslept your alarm or whatever. But we would not be where we're at today, and TART would not be what it is today, and we wouldn't even have the Atheist Network group if it wasn't for Pasta. Because he's the one, as Jeff said earlier, and we all agreed with, gave us the push or the kick in the ass, to start to do this. And even the production, like everything, and I'll speak for me on this, everything that I've learned as far as production and production value and putting a professional product on screen, I've learned and took from Pasta, like period. When we started, I would tell him like, dude, I have no fucking clue what you're talking about. I just get on and I talk about what I know and what I understand. Other than that, I'm clueless. And he's helped me learn and taught all of us, a lot of it on the production end of it, not just the Socratic part or whatever. So I want to make sure that even though he's not here right now, that he can go back and listen to this when he does wake up from his slumber. He does work weird hours. So when he wakes up from his beauty sleep, that we give him the correct acknowledgement that he so fucking deserves for where we're at as a channel. So Pasta as a friend, and you're my you're my homeboy.
The wind beneath our wings.
The wind but it's
he's the kick in the ass.
Yeah, the kicking, all of that, and accountability and the inspiration, the motivation, all of that. We appreciate you. And the other part that a lot of folks don't know about Pasta is what he does, not just with our channel, but within the community, and not just the atheist community, but even outside of that. And the amount of energy, time, dollars spent, equipment sent to either atheist content creators, theist content creators, the amount of dollars and energy he's put into that, or in even creating logos and videos and doing all that. That dude he's one of a kind. Like Pasta Mike is one of a kind, and he has zero issues and zero problems putting other people before himself every single day. And when you look at that's when you know that person you can value that person. You can put trust in that person and depend on that person, because you already know they're putting other people before themselves. And I value that, and I try to model that, and I probably suck compared to what Mike has done. So not to take this down too much of a serious note, but I wanted to make sure that Pasta, even more so because he's not with us tonight, can hear that and understand that. And I'll end with this, and then Jeff and Steve, I'll let you shout out Pasta if you'd like. Pasta Mike, it's nothing in comparison to what you've done for us or the community as far as dollars and time and energy and all that. But we've raised about $300 or $350 that we're sending you in a gift card just to say fucking thank you, and we appreciate you and we value you. And there's a lot of people probably don't say it enough. There's a lot of people that probably don't communicate it enough, but we do. We love you, appreciate you, and we'll get you the cash. We'll get you the cash. And before we move on, Jeff or Steve, would you like to end that?
Oh, Jeff usually starts first anyway, but I think you pretty much summed it up pretty well. But I just got to say, if it wasn't for Pasta Mike, none of us would be here. That's for sure. And I think that I can say that not only this show, but several other shows that exist now today. Not only has he contributed to the production, behind the scenes for a lot of shows, including TART, but he's definitely been a driving force behind us and many other shows. Take it away, Jeff.
Oh, thank you. I think Pasta's influence will be felt today and every day, and probably for many years to come on many different shows. So, Oz, you may now propose.
Dear Mike. All right, so real quick, super chat. Kristen, thank you, $9.99. Congratulations, we appreciate it.
Oz, do you start all of your proposals like a fucking letter?
Dear Diary.
Dear Mike. Dear Mrs. Oz.
Dear Pasta. Today I was watching and thinking about some replays of the shows and how much you meant to me. I want to continue that for the rest of my life with you. Thanks, Oz. P.S. P.S.
P.S.
I like your thick thighs.
Around my face. I think Oz is getting choked up. I thought that you were choking on one of those sausages like Jim was backstage earlier.
All right, so before we bring all the knuckleheads back on, we do have one more, and it's literally like a minute, 2 minutes, because like I said, what I offer this channel is very minimal compared to what you guys do, because you guys are the beasts.
What's up?
Oh, that's sexy. Look at that. That's sexy. Look at that ass. Ba-dunk-a-dunk. Ba-dunk-a-dunk. Only way that you can look at that on the other side of it and justify him not showing up and not demonstrating himself to me as a non-believer and a skeptic is, well, you got to believe it by faith, which faith is bullshit. Yeah, motherfucker.
Oh no.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Atheist Roundtable. We are very glad to have everybody that joins us this evening. Yeah, I have no idea what the last face was all about. I think that was Samuel Doolittle's aunt. But like I said, mine was very short because I don't offer a lot to this channel. So we will. What we'll do now is get into a little bit of some open dialogue, and before I bring the entire crew on that was with us earlier, so most of you should know, if you don't know by now, Wes and Bryce and Skids the Clown have become a part of Tang and the Atheist Roundtable, and this, like I said, this group of knuckleheads. So before we bring everybody else on, I want to bring them on because, were they with us for this first year? Nope, but we've known them, and they get to be part of the team, and we'll introduce them here, and they can plug their new shows coming up here on the Atheist Network group, and then we'll get to chatting. What's up, gentlemen?
What is up, all?
Skids, are you getting ready to take a shower?
Well, this is my dedication to this channel because I have been traveling all day to the middle of nowhere. And I'm in a hotel room, and the only quiet place I can find with good acoustics and good lighting is a bathroom. So, right there, this is how much I give to this channel. I am dedicated that I'm going to be, in 5 minutes, you will get a little water splashing and everything like that, just showing how much I love creating content.
Skids, awesome. I gotta be honest, I'm really disappointed to see that you're wearing a shirt.
Yes, but shirt, there's a reason the camera is like up here.
He's taking a shit.
They're standing up too. That takes talent.
Well, I was gonna say there's something probably standing up.
You would be right.
Okay.
So
and demonetized. Thank you, Skids, for joining us from the hotel bathroom. And if you want to take a bath and do the bubbles and all that, feel free. But Bryce Cerrone, what's up, man?
What's going on? See, I took care of all of that before I came on, so
smart.
I don't know. Somebody didn't get the memo, I guess. Sorry to report. Well, I don't know. I don't think Wes is here. I doubt he will be coming. I don't know if you heard. He's kind of under the weather.
Yeah.
And not to violate HIPAA or anything, but he's he got a shot, and I warned him about potential side effects or reactions, and so I don't think he'll be joining us.
Trust me, better than the real thing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know, and Steve, I'm glad you said that because I was getting ready to say, no, Steve, that does not mean he got shot.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
I was still saying, but okay.
I don't know. It's hard to tell with murder shit. Steve shot. I could see how that could be conflicting.
I'm telling you guys, this tactical axe is much better than any gun that you could ever ask for. Just saying. Yeah.
All right, and then just for time's sake, I'll just go ahead and plug them real quick for you guys, and then we'll bring the rest of these folks on because they've been very, very patiently waiting backstage since we opened up. Bryce on Tuesday evenings will have his show, and it's very, 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 very well titled. The Bryce is right, and he says it. I'm not right all the time, but usually I am.
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah, so, he's still trying to figure out morality, but you'll get there.
I have figured out what I think is morality. Other people haven't figured out what I've figured out. So, is it that I haven't gotten there, or that no one else has gotten to me yet? I don't know. It's debatable, though.
Yeah. So there we have it. There we have it. And then we have Skids, and yes, Wes is under the weather. And be a part of both shows as far as production and all that. But Skids will have a show, and it is Faith Not Included. It's a debunking show. So whether it's debunking a Bible claim, or maybe it's Bigfoot, or that Murder Shed Steve actually doesn't murder people, there's going to be some debunking going on. And I'm looking forward to that. And I'm sure there'll be other creations and spinoffs and things like that. And that's where Tang, we're just going to take it to different levels. But for those of you backstage, I'm going to go ahead and start to bring you guys on here. And I already told them when we started, Skids and Bryce, you guys weren't here for this, but for the most part, this open conversation, I want to, or I would like to discuss certain things from TART, funny things like different segments or episodes where it was like, I can't believe that you guys said that shit, or, whatever, just funny shit. Let's have fun. And that's it. That's all I want. That's all I want. Oh, look at all them faces.
Ooh.
Oh, I can't get Eddie on yet. All right. So this is what I do. So Eddie can check, because I really have to use the restroom. I'm gonna take myself off and bring Eddie on, and y'all chop it up.
Look at all those chickens.
He did that on purpose.
Hey, somebody had a question though about the shows. Are these shows available now or coming? Both?
Yes.
Both.
No.
Yeah, both.
Yes.
So
no.
Pay attention. Now this Sunday, my show is
this Sunday.
This Sunday, my show is off. We're on a hiatus for this week, but we'll be back the week after. And I have Natalie, the geologist, on the show to talk about why Noah's Ark is bullshit, and talk about just general science stuff and answering some questions. Then Monday, call-in show. Tuesday, Bryce.
Bryce is right.
Yeah, and so are you on this Tuesday?
We believe we are.
Okay.
We believe we are. But there's an issue for the week after that. So there's still some bugs to work out. But sure. We will definitely be on and regular by the 10th.
Now all of these channels will be here on the Atheist Network.
Except for mine.
All of the important shows will be here on this.
The shows
the
that matter.
shows.
Yeah,
Jesus, Eddie.
All of the real shows will be here.
I still
love you, we all know
Eddie's
about.
Show you can find if you look for the nearest trash can, that's where you'll find Eddie's show.
That's right. Hey, come on. Hey, Jeff, come on, man. I got some awesome guests coming.
You had one good show.
Eddie has some amazing guests.
Yeah, there was one really good one.
You had T-Jump on there. That was good.
I had T-Jump. I've got Richard Carrier coming on. Grandma.
I saw that.
You got Richard Carrier coming on?
Yes.
How'd you
and
pull
the
that
biggest
off?
star of them all next
know.
Tuesday is Murder Shed.
There you go.
I will be on the show next Tuesday.
I'm extremely jealous, Eddie.
And I know we all know about the Lady Late Show with Nate on Wednesdays, but Wednesdays will also include a show before that coming up at some point, including myself and Skids the Clown.
Hey, Tyler's in the house.
Skids.
I'm so happy about that.
Looking forward to it.
You guys need to be together. I've been saying it for years. I haven't known either one of you
as
for
a
years,
couple.
but I've been
it.
saying it. For years.
I didn't know if you were trying to hook us up or what's going on.
He absolutely
I'm
was.
not saying I'm opposed, but
I think Bryce is committed to be on my show. He just don't know it yet.
I would Jump's chair.
I would love to be
the chair there too.
Oh, I already had T Jump on.
Yeah,
well,
did
actually,
he
it
bring
was
his
his chair, but he brought T Jump with him. I was hoping it was just a chair, but it's kind of a package deal.
I think Grumpy is probably the only one who's actually watches the show, the TART show, of everybody on here. Maybe Samuel. I think Samuel talks big game like he watches it, but I think he's doing something else. But do you have a specific memory that pops in your mind, Grumpy, from a particular show or anything? I think you're muted, bud.
Yeah, speak up.
Perfect.
I love that. Yeah, such a great show.
That's typical. I'm always muting myself. No, I was just going to say, the very first time you threw that flipping pipe. And I was just
feel
like,
the same level of anger there, Grumpy? The same level of anger?
The abuse to the pipes.
I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about.
Hey, I do want to give a shout out to Grumps too. He actually came in with all of the Discord work he already has. He came in and made mine real nice and tidy, and he's a freaking awesome guy, man. I really appreciate it, Grumps.
Hey, I'm just glad to help out anybody in the community, even our closet atheist here.
And hey, Eddie, it's funny because they don't even talk about me.
Yeah, I know. What's up with that, man? Well, you're going to be there with Justin. You're going to be a Muslim before too long.
Yeah, totally.
I remember
you got the beard for it
and the axe.
You do.
Well, I actually had to start trimming my beard at a certain angle because people kept asking. I literally had people talking to me in Arabic, and I was like,
"Really?"
Fun fact: most Muslims don't know Arabic.
Yeah.
Just say salam alaikum.
Yeah, exactly. It's assalamu
Peace be with you. Salam alaikum.
That's
unless the other person says it first, then you got to say something else. Right?
Salam. No habla español.
Si speaking English,
not gonna work.
There are many books in the library.
I remember the first time I saw Jim Benton in the chat. I didn't think he was a real person. I thought we had another. What was the other one? Do you remember that, Jeff?
Wow, I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of it. And I thought Jim was pasta.
Yeah.
Well, he actually sent me an email and said that he wanted to meet me, talk to me, and all this, and he was a theist. And I'm like, it's somebody screwing with me. There's not another theist around here. And it was, and he was a real guy. I was like, yay!
Best friends.
Best friends forever.
Eddie, I bet you're regretting that now.
What?
I bet you're regretting that after today, Eddie.
Well, hey, let me tell you something. Jim is one of those guys. You don't realize that he has this fantastic mind. It works differently. And I've talked to him in private, and he just has a way of either making me feel stupid or feel better.
Feel better because you're smarter than me?
I don't know. Well, it depends on in what area.
Okay, that's fair.
And then Sam, Sam had to go step over the line earlier and really just make me feel terrible.
All I was doing was praying.
And it was a good prayer indeed. No, Sam's cool. I'm glad I met Sam. All you guys are awesome, man. Jeff keeps me laughing. Steve, man, I'm just kind of, you're a great guy, but you scare me. And
it's part of his charm.
Deadpool, I'm like literally biting my tongue every day on TikTok. I'm like, no, he's your friend. He's your friend.
Destroy. If you invite me on your show, I'll come on, man.
Oh, absolutely, yes, for sure.
Like real talk. Hit me up.
Absolutely, man.
We'll
chat. We'll shoot shit.
Whatever day he asks for, I want that day.
Whatever.
and we pay on our show to bring people on. So, Captain, $5 McDonald's gift card.
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
and Nate puts up this big masculine kind of. Nate's a sweet guy, man. He's fantastic. He's sent some days I just really wasn't feeling it, and he sent me some great messages and made me feel good. Nate
talk about those pictures, bro. Come on, man.
Nate drove 10 hours to my house for a booty call.
Whoa!
And then Jeff didn't even give it up. What a prude.
You fell asleep on the couch.
Eddie, I find it interesting that you find Nate to be masculine.
Yeah, that was a joke. It was kind of you missed.
Fair enough.
Usually jokes are funny.
Fair enough.
Usually jokes are funny.
And believe it or not, Bryce, I'm actually a fan, man. I was watching you and the Muslim guy and for your show for a while. I loved y'all's show. I gave y'all hell a little bit in the chat sometime, but I really dig you, man. You're pretty cool. And Skids, I didn't know anything about you. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna watch your stuff, man.
You're really bad at roasting, Eddie.
I know.
I'm not roasting, man. I love.
I was hoping he was saving
Clearly.
the best for last or something, but kind of disappointed.
Well, I'll tell you what, Skids. I am very jealous of your hair. You have some good-looking hair.
Thank you. Oh, I feel so special now. I just, I didn't even wash it yet. I can wash it if you'd like to see it.
Yeah, can I watch?
Hey Eddie, as long as your mic, Eddie, is flaming hot, do you have any specific memories from the TART show that are endearing or funny to you?
Lord have mercy, yes, sir. So there was that one time I was supposed to debate this other guy, and then y'all gave me a debate coach.
That's right.
Which actually ended up being a pretty good conversation. Christian, that was, I thought it was fantastic. And then there was the other time the vegan, I'm not going to mention names,
Mike
wanted to debate.
Mike,
yeah, that
guy. Mike,
yeah, the one who was looking at his phone the whole time and giving objections to everything that Google, I wasn't saying.
What is the first cause?
Yeah, those were fun times. Then we did it was like a marathon night one night. It's like 5 hours, and
you only saw one of those, huh?
No, I was on one of those. Yeah, and it was like my wife's like banging on the door and stuff, and I'm like, I'm still alive, And she was like, "Yeah, I know. You're gonna come to bed." It's like 6 o'clock in the morning, but
hey, shout out!
Love you, Aunt Kathy. Love you.
Yes, I love you too, Aunt Kathy. And
we're gonna spend that money well on McDonald's.
I'm not ignoring your email. I just happened to get like 4 or 5 at the same time.
Well,
and I'm trying to get to all of them.
You just admitted that you read her email and didn't respond.
Yeah, I did read it, absolutely. But because if you
are.
saw the email, you'd realize how much I got to respond.
You said you had 5 emails just now.
Yeah.
No, stop, guys. Come on, man.
He's a slow typer, guys. He hunts and he pecks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's I had surgery. Come on, man. It's
probably
hard
more
type.
like this, though.
Oh my God, Kay is here. Where has she been?
Hey, Kay.
She bought a new house.
She got married and said to hell with everybody over here. She's
been busy. She's having some stuff going on, and she bought a new house, and they're renovating the house. She moved. She
moved away from me.
Yeah,
that's not a
she's
good
come over to
excuse.
my house twice, and then she moved away, so she's farther away. So I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that.
It's understandable.
I thought it was a good time. I cooked her and her daughter a nice dinner, and her daughter played with my kids, and it was a great time. And then she moved farther away. So I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah. I think
you either scared her away with your knives or your torch. I can't tell.
That might have been the message.
Deadpool, what's going on? What do you need? What do you need to take the knife making to the next level?
I need to be an adult. That's what I need to do.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
He needs my loving.
All I've been doing all this time is just taking like under the counter, like, hey, can you make this for me? I'm like, yeah, I can make that for you. And then they pay me money under the counter. So it's at the point where I'm like, should I make this into like a legitimate business? Should I like, file my taxes and do all that?
Can you do a custom knife for me?
Absolutely.
I will pay you big money, like the whole big.
Hey,
hit up my DMs.
I'll do that off screen.
Since we're not on TikTok, I can show. I got 6 of them that I'm working on right now.
Oh, those are sexy.
Hey, Jeff, can I steal Kathy Cotton because she pays well in these super chats?
Well, maybe
we need to borrow her
Wednesday nights.
I'm trying to hurry up and get a super chat going so she can pay me.
Ooh.
Captain
But
Deadpool, how's your Karambit game looking?
What?
Hold that thought.
Karambit. What is that?
One
Is
right
that
here.
nerd stuff? Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna talk.
Oh,
Doesn't have a handle. You can have this one. I'll put a handle on it for you. But
all right.
Yes.
this is
And that's- both
1095
edges are
high
sharp.
carbon steel.
dig that.
Razor sharp. Yeah.
I do
And
want to.
knife.
Let me give a real quick shout out.
Comes with a sheath.
Kydex.
This is serious, and I'll shut up and y'all can do. Deadpool is one of the few people on TikTok who actually has the balls to come out and talk about mental illness and the things that people struggle with. And I love the hell out of you for it, and I respect the hell out of you for it, because there's a lot of times that there's days that I'm going through stuff and I forget that other people have those same kind of issues. And bro, man, I have all the respect in the world for you for it, and keep it going, man. It's mental illness needs to be forefront, and man, you're fantastic example. I love you for it, man.
I appreciate that, Eddie. I really do. Yeah, the whole mental illness thing is something that severely needs to be destigmatized.
Yeah,
absolutely.
People feel the need to hide it because they think it makes them either less of a man or less of a woman or less of a human or weak or vulnerable or whatever. But it's something that everyone struggles with to one degree or another.
Absolutely.
At some point,
People need to not be ashamed of it.
I agree 100%. I mean, just for clarity, I've got an anxiety disorder. I've got ADHD pretty bad, OCD, because when you have one, you tend to have at least a little bit of a few others. And some days, man, it gets so hard trying to deal with everything going on in my head. And then when I realize there's other people out there who's dealing with a lot of the same things, it brings me comfort, it brings me hope, and man, just nothing but love, boss.
It's also really helpful for you guys to be so open about this, because one of the other problems is that we don't have, I'm saying we now, I'm including myself in that pool. We don't necessarily have the visible representation out there, and it's helpful for people to see a friendly face or someone else that they know that struggles with this sort of thing. That in and of itself normalizes it to some extent. So I'm really happy to hear you guys speaking openly about it.
Yeah, another thing that I deal with low key is PTSD, because for those who don't know, I'm an Iraq War veteran and an infantryman. I spent a year in Iraq, and I recently took my kids to the Baltimore Aquarium, and of course we parked in a parking garage. And when I was loading the kids back up at the end of the day, someone was skateboarding in there, and like they messed up like a kickflip or something that was really close to it. It just sounded like a gunshot, like it really did. I just like peeked up, and my soon-to-be wife was like, "It was just a skateboard. It was a skateboard. They're right over there." So like she knew. And I was like, "Okay, cool, all right." Cool. So like that's something that's very real that doesn't get talked about a lot, and like I have no problem like saying, "Yeah, this is a thing. It's real. I deal with it."
Yeah, it's something that's kind of plagued my family really as a whole. I have a younger brother who's severe schizophrenic that I take care of. And, the Hollywood depictions and, you know, all these things do such an injustice to, you know, the reality of these disorders and things. And it makes people kind of embarrassed about, you know, how they feel and things like that. And, you know, it was a long time before he could even open up and talk to me. But, you know, kind of being within his reality and treating him like a human being has made all the difference in the world. But it's also helped me to come to terms with, you know, a lot of things that I've dealt with for a long time. So, and also the PTSD thing. I have several friends who aren't getting help for their PTSD. So I'm so happy when people like you, Dadpool, are open about it, you know, so the public can know about it. And also thank you for your service, and anybody else on here who served, thank you for your service.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So yeah, funny stuff. I thought we were trying to not get into deep, serious.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the cool things with TART. So my first experience with TART was back in June-ish, or was it August? It was after the Gavin Richards, the first debate where he wore pants, or we think he did. I don't know.
You never know. You never know.
I don't know, but like I was like, hey, I'd love to jump into the after show with this, and so I jumped in the after show. And that was really, like, I think we spent a solid, 20 minutes because TART's never been on time. Like, I mean, time is a serious thing for you guys. And subjective, completely subjective. And so, like, I'm sitting there and, like, we're talking and like, it was a really friendly, straightforward conversation. I really enjoyed it. And then I was enjoying the conversation with Richard afterwards, like, as you finally started the show. Maybe there should be like a compilation of all the missed start times that TART has ever had. I think you're batting a solid, like, maybe 95% not on time.
We've been generous. We have created our own time zone. We have created our own time zone.
Oz, how could you have not put Mr. No Pants on your clips? That is I forgot about that till Jim said something. That's great.
I do not highlight stupidity.
Well, sometimes, you know, it's a learning experience.
All right, so Nate, I haven't heard from you much yet. Do you have any special TART memories that are near and dear to you?
The one that I was really hoping we'd get the visual for, but was when Steve had a roommate, and the rest of the TART team didn't understand that this guy that they had on the show was actually living in Steve's basement, and then he walked in behind him during the stream like it was no big deal. The guy was talking and Steve just comes in from behind. That was actually one of the funnier moments that I remember that we didn't get to talk about yet.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I want to know more about that.
Yeah,
You have to watch the show, Eddie.
Yeah, all of a sudden we're interviewing a guy, and all of a sudden you see Steve walking behind the couch or whatever, and you're like, "Hold on a second, that's
It
Steve."
was super creepy too. It was like perfect for Murder Shed, man.
Yeah,
and just slowly walking in behind him, and
wasn't he carrying the axe too? Something like that. Yeah.
Pasta said it made him almost fall out of his chair because he didn't expect it. He was laughing so hard at it.
So who remembers the Jamaican guy?
Oh my God,
Jamaica!
I do. Is that the guy that, like,
understand
everything
that
was
guy?
cool, and then he went on like a homophobic rant?
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, I was tracking with the guy. I was like, all right, this guy's kind of cool. Then he goes into like this huge homo. I'm like, whoa, what happened? Like, you were doing so good.
Yeah, everything was on track, and all of a sudden, and then it turned into, it went from that to, we're all just privileged white men that don't understand, and we're pieces of shit. And it was like, where the fuck did this just go?
Wow.
We weren't talking about any of that, and we've been nothing but respectful and cool. And then he just went, I don't know.
Right in the left field, man.
Not to mention that he is a IT professional, a doctor, a nurse, a salesman, a car salesman. Like he had like 15 different professional careers
jobs
in his 25 years of life, or something like that. It was
Dox that fool! Dox that fool!
Another good moment was when Adam Rich tried to tell Jeff that good proof of Jesus was the calendar.
God, the calendar.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw a TikTok video about that. That was funny. That's
and he stuck to it.
Or when low, your boys, whatever his name is, tried to defend evolution with Jeff. That was, or I'm sorry, not defend, but try to disprove evolution and prove creationism. And then he goes on TikTok, still talking a bunch of mess, and it's like, no, do you realize that in one episode, like everything got destroyed?
Tell me why we still got men and we got monkeys, huh?
Yeah.
Come on, tell me.
He was sweating in his car. Remember, because he had to leave because he didn't have good cell service or whatever.
Yeah.
Steve just put it in the side chat, the private side chat. The Jamaican guy, and he traveled 1 million miles, healing tens of thousands of women in 1 year. I forgot about that claim.
Yeah, he had a ton of ridiculous claims.
1 million miles from nowhere.
I even remember I was late. I was traveling, and I got home late and caught the tail end of it, and I caught that part, and I was like, "Hold on, do you understand how many times you would have to travel the globe, to go millions of miles?"
Someone did the math and was like, "This is literally impossible. You'd have to be on the road or in the air every second and not stop."
Well, look, if you travel in your mind, you can reach anybody.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Reading rainbow.
Hey, so
I can go anywhere.
Hey, more recently, do you remember that? What was the dude's name? Like Catholics, CT. Do you remember the call with CT where pasta
Catholic tradition?
Oh my god,
the one that I cried
amazing.
in.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I had to block that guy on my Discord after his homophobic rant. I was done. I didn't want to hear anything from that guy.
And it wasn't on our channel. And Bryce, you'll probably remember this. Skids, I don't know. I don't know if we'd all met you yet or not, but I think it was the very first time that Justin and Wes had Vin from Vin and Sori on the channel, and he was talking some mad shit, and Pasta came in and literally just did to him exactly what he was trying to do to everybody else. And he, just like he did with that segment we showed with Darth, he just came in and bitch slapped him. It was like, no, I'm going to treat how you're treating everybody else. And Vin fucking hated it. And the Pasta being Pasta, he was calm the entire time, never raised his voice. And it was one of those, like, you have to watch it several times before you stop laughing. Like, you have to watch it 5 times.
Didn't that one run into? Wasn't there like an after party to that one? Because I feel like I was in that.
Yeah, I think you were in the after party. Yeah, now that you say that.
Yeah, because I had a couple of things to say to Vin towards the end of that he didn't have an answer for, which I always think is funny. But
Vin doesn't have a lot of answers to much of anything other than Vin loves himself some Vin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I used to converse with him regularly, just not in any of these, just on live chats. We went back and forth, just the two of us, talking a couple times. But I eventually had to stop because it was he just kept on the same two topics of, pornography and abortion were really kind of the only things he talked about. And anytime I wanted to get around that and talk about why neither one of those arguments work, he kind of just went back to those. So I was like, okay, that's.
But doesn't pornography lead to less abortions?
Pornography is like one of the worst evils in the world, according to Vin.
I would like to know how they define pornography.
No, you guys aren't even pronouncing it right. It's pornography.
Pornography. Y'all watching them? Y'all watching them nudie films and stuff?
Y'all weren't listening to the clip earlier. It's pornography.
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 But real quick before we keep going, we'll go about another 10 minutes here, just chop it up and having some fun. And the murderous one has went to stage the shed so that everybody's ready because this is the year celebration.
Oh, I thought he went to pee.
God damn it, Eddie.
That's code. That's code.
Get Eddie out of here. Come on, man. You're better than that.
Backstage with you now.
I need to go pee.
Send Eddie to the atheist hot tub.
Well, I need to go pee. I mean, I need to go prep. Just read between the lines. It's not that fucking hard. That's what she said. But what we're going to do is go about another
to
10
you,
minutes.
Oz. Really? She said that to you? Dang, I'm sorry.
Hey, somebody said hot tub, and I've been seeing a whole lot of pictures of these atheists with hot tubs. What is it with atheist hot tubs in summer?
And inflatable ones at that.
It's fixing to be hot.
We don't have. So the thing is, we don't give 10% of our income to the church, so we can buy hot tubs.
No, you didn't.
And
Eddie,
pornography
either,
subscriptions.
Jeff.
Eddie, don't even think. Don't even think about buying a hot tub because you can't even sit on the seat without your face being in.
I know, because I'm gonna come sit in your lap in your hot tub.
You could get him one of those dog pools, the plastic dog pools. That'd
Mrs.
fill up.
Oz, I'm sorry, but I have a first class ticket to sit on Oz's lap in the hot tub.
God, you fucking whore. You're talking
What's going
about
on?
you're talking the pasta?
What is happening?
Jesus, man.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to and then we're going to some Q&A, and the Q&A. Everybody, we're going to hang out because still I want it to be fun. The Q&A. If anybody in the chat has questions for Jeff, Steve, myself, Nate's been on board. I'm terrible at time. Nate, how many months now you part?
Like three and a half.
We'll call 4. What's it be generous? We'll call 4. 4 months. If you have questions for us, put those in the chat, and all of us can kind of play off it and have some fun. We'll spend about 15 minutes or so doing that, and then we'll wrap. But guys, we have about now 7 or 8 minutes left because I keep talking. Let's see who hasn't shared so far. You know what, Jeff? What year one? What's the episode of the moment for you from a comedy standpoint? What sticks out to you?
From a comedy standpoint, there's a lot of stuff.
Oz's vocabulary, maybe?
The what?
Oz's vocabulary?
I mean, honestly, yeah, Oz's vocabulary is always a good one. But honestly, a lot of the late
Hold on a
night
second,
shows
Jeff.
with
Hold on a second.
pasta. Shut up.
Everybody needs to mute their mic. They're talking about an echo in the chat too.
That was me. I said
no, in the chat they're talking about it too.
Oh, I said it.
I heard it when Oz was speaking, but not when Jeff was speaking.
Oz, you have an echo. Fix it. So that one time where Oz had an echo was hilarious. Say something, Oz.
Eddie's on-air cloud is just perfection, isn't it?
Help say it louder.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
We're not. Can you say it one more time?
You're looking for.
Hello.
I can see it in your.
But yeah, any of the late night shows with Oz and Pasta and myself and Steve and not Eddie, where like we can just go back and forth and bounce off each other. And sometimes Pasta just says stuff that I didn't expect to hear. The Halloween show was pretty good. Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
He says things like, "You must be this tall to ride this ride."
This thing has nips on it.
Oh my god, that was nuts. I thought I was tripping when I started watching that, and Pasta warned me. He was like, "I'm just warning you. There's a lot of nipples in that episode." I watched it. I'm like, "What?"
Oh, that was part of the Mute Oz starter kit that's still on sale.
Oh my god, that starter kit.
So.
And Nate put that together. I thought that was like Oz or Pasta or something.
Oh, I mean,
there it is. There it is.
the whole anytime they would pop up something late at night, it was funnier than hell.
Hell's not funny, Grumps.
Yeah.
Well, it is to me.
Yeah, that.
So literally, that means Jeff was arguing the existence of Pasta Mike at the last for the final round.
Yes.
Good job, Jeff.
I still think I won, but
I didn't judge it.
Nothing against the judges, but
Really? You weren't the
I
judge?
thought you did too, Jeff, because
Yeah,
you're
see?
using a lot of Christian arguments.
it works, honestly.
The time when they
You
use
disprove
is
Bigfoot?
Bigfoot.
Prove to me that Bigfoot doesn't exist.
Oh, and everybody, it would not be a TART live episode if we did not do this. Our very, very good friend of the Atheist Roundtable, he has a book. It's called "Did the Old Testament Endorse Slavery?" Dr. Josh Bourne. And he also has a new book coming out. You know what it's called?
Did the Old Testament
Atheist Handbook to the Old Testament, coming early June. Go check it out. And if not, you're dumb.
I love referencing this book to people when they start arguing about slavery. And I'm like, you know which book you should buy? This one. And then they don't respond anymore.
No.
Yeah.
No, bad book.
Yeah.
Books are bad.
You know what I
My
like
church
about that?
didn't tell me. I need to start leaving some more of these
so.
at the church.
You know what's great about that book is it doesn't claim anything. Like it's not not offensive. It's not like it doesn't say the Bible endorsed slavery. It's just a question. Even the title is just a question. So
And it talks about some of the Hebrew words. It talks about some of the Sumerian. No, it doesn't.
Offensive.
The Hebrew words that
I'm
were
offensive.
used and explains it.
Jeff is offensive.
Matt Dillon, talked about it on.
I make a living being
Experience,
offensive.
didn't he?
I wear that as a badge of honor.
Did you just reference Dillahunty?
Yeah, Matt Dillon, talked about it on the Atheist Experience at some point.
I forgive you.
He talked about what?
The book. He talked about.
Really? He talked about Dr. Josh's book. That's awesome.
Because he mentioned it. I don't think they featured it, but he mentioned.
No, yeah, I think it was a reference to it, or I can't remember exactly.
This has a 5-star rating on Amazon.
All
You
five.
understand?
I wonder how that happened.
Well, that's because he's such a nice guy. How could you
The Bible doesn't have a 5-star rating.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jeff. Because of you gave it a bad rating.
It is the most stolen.
Hey, all right. See you, Eddie.
Hold up. You can rate the Bible.
Who kicked Eddie out?
Eddie kicked himself
That's
out.
crazy. I don't know who's doing that. Maybe the computer's failing or something.
Oh, it's an atheist program.
Before we go to Q&A, we got a super chat. Atheist Cats, great to see you, my man. Why is the theist the only bald one?
That's not true.
What?
Just that theist.
You know what?
All right, this is a wig.
Cats, I really tried to grow hair for this episode. It just didn't work. Sorry.
But this is hair. Hair of a theist.
All right, so Murder Chef Steve is getting everything ready. So those in the chat, if you have questions for Jeff, Steve, Nate, myself, we'll take questions regarding the 1-year anniversary, any questions about how we got started, any of the bullshit that we've created that maybe we love or we regret, or any of that. We'll talk about it. And then the rest of the panel here will just talk shit because, especially like people like Eddie, that's just what they love to do. So we can keep it. We keep it going. I love you.
You wouldn't have it any other way, Oz.
I like it when you're rough. But bring the questions in, and we'll get to it. We'll get to it. You got about 9 minutes. You got 9 minutes.
Is it weird that I have a different view of Dr. Josh now that I know that he and I used to frequent the same sex shop?
Yeah. When I heard that, I thought that was hilarious.
I got to hear this.
Not really a story. It's
this is more interesting.
Yeah, I just heard it, Eddie.
He just told you.
No,
There's no way Dr. Josh has sex as nice as he is.
Wait, what?
What?
I cannot. I cannot
this guy outta here.
any of that.
Hey, Bryce. The real question is: were you looking at the same item?
There's a little bit of that purity culture left over.
I don't think.
I don't know. I don't know that we were ever in there at the same time, but yeah, no, we definitely been to a lot of the same locations at near the same time during the same period. So yeah, he
Isn't
was
that one of those places that you wouldn't like announce that you know somebody else in there? Like, oh hey, Dr. Josh, how's it going, man?
Yeah.
Good seeing you.
No, we were both in the Air Force, stationed at the same base at the same time, or at least some period of crossover.
That says everything.
So, yeah.
Was he buying like chains and whips?
I don't
That
know.
would be
I don't.
interesting.
No, that's Army
I
who
don't
buys
remember.
that.
Hey, are you guys gonna fucking let Bryce tell the story, or you guys just commentate the whole fucking?
No doubt. Damn.
Yeah,
just
no,
did,
that was.
right?
Yeah, I mean, we were in at the same time. We were at the same location and knew the same places. And I heard him on the show when he was on here talk about. Yeah, I remember there was a little tattoo parlor and a little sex shop right outside Keyser Air Force Base. I'm like, holy shit, I know exactly where that is. And then I found out he went there close to the same time I did. So from that moment on, you know, he was Dr. Josh in my head when I started the show, and then at the end he was that dipshit airman who used to hang out by the sex shop. So, but no, that was pretty much all it is to the story. Still, it's just cool how small the world is that way, and how, you know, the person you know in one way can end up being a doctor who is past your credentials when you see them 20 years later.
It's a small world after all.
It looks like Titan's included
It's a
as well
small
now.
world after all.
Titan said he knows the
Titan-
same one. Uranus.
What?
Yeah,
I think we all know it, really.
Uranus.
Because I've traveled millions of miles.
Million
And healed
miles
thousands of women.
I've healed thousands of women.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So did Sean Kemp.
Ooh, you're showing your age
Shade.
now. I remember Sean Kemp. That was a
Shade
dumb
thrown.
fool. And then he got fat.
He's from Indiana, but I digress. I do have a question for Bryce. Bryce, have you ever seen the inside of a murder shed before?
Oh, that's your ass.
Once or twice, but it's different every time in every murder shed. So I'm curious, but a little intimidated now.
Ooh.
Oh, well, hello, everybody. Typically, I would do a joke, but I feel like there have been enough jokes in the chat. And at the end of it, at the end of the Q&A here, I will be announcing the winner of our contest of who came up with, in my opinion, the funniest joke. And we will count that as our Murder Shed joke for the evening. But I still got to bring it up. So, in the meantime, how's it going, everybody?
You sent Grumps away with that one.
I think you saw it coming.
How many of those pipes do you have, Steve?
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway.
What?
I'm just waiting to hear a cat go, meow.
I have so many questions.
Do you? Well, go ahead and put it in the chat, and I will be more than happy to read it. I know we kind of already fielded this question, but Atheist Cats was wondering, why is there only one bald one? Because Oz is wearing a hat. You missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 bald ones, aren't there?
Yeah, there's a few baldies up in here. Just don't make fun of any of them, or we might be attacked by a bunch of bears.
I will curse you.
No, because you're not a baby.
I see what you did there.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that only happens to children.
That's right.
Ooh, that's harsh.
Amy Newman had a question for Eddie.
Uh-oh.
Are you trying to push the hair upward? Maybe it would pop out the other side. Have you ever tried that?
Yeah, every time I squeeze and try to make it grow, my beard gets longer. So it doesn't work.
I have a similar experience with my butt hairs.
Oh my God.
Javier,
Mental image I did not want.
Oh, well, you didn't have to have the mental image if you didn't want it. Javier Hara, I think it's Hara.
Javier.
French?
Sure.
Has a question for Oz or the panel and the panel. What is this thing, salami and bacon? Now, I don't know if we had a reference to salami and bacon, but
Assalamu alaikum. It's a joke.
Yeah,
It's my preferred. It's my preferred pizza toppings.
No,
I was going to say
it's an episode with Frost Mike, so make sure you check that out on Normalizing Atheism.
Salami bacon.
No, hot salami and bacon. And then you say bacon and hot salami.
Sounds delicious.
Salami, lo bacon.
I digress.
And I've got a question from Chemo Maki. I'm bad at names tonight.
Sounds like a fish dish.
I am contractually obligated to mispronounce some words, so I'm going with names this time. Does anyone have a workable description or explanation of the word worship?
Can I take this one? Let me take this one.
Please do.
So in Greek, the word worship is off the top of my head, it's either prosteros or prosteres or something like that. But it's the word where we get the word prostrate.
Great.
Not prostate, prostrate. So it's like when someone bows before a king. Prostrate. You prostrate yourself before a king. It's one of the rare occasions where the English word is more powerful than the Greek word. So yeah, in English, it's like worshiping a god, but in Greek, it's like bowing before a king.
It's more
so
like
for
veneration,
example, yes, like when Jesus calmed the storms and walked on the water, and he entered the boat with his disciples, and his disciples worshipped him. It just means they prostrated themselves before them. So like they bowed before him like they would a king, not
Does that have anything to do with the prostate gland?
No,
Jeff.
So this is the same thing Oz does to pasta, right?
So basically, we're going to simplify it to English. It's called marijuana.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, that is the as best I can describe it as the explanation of the word worship. In English, it has a much more it's more powerful of a meaning than it does in the original Greek.
What was it in Hebrew?
I don't know, but as you well know, the New Testament is in Koine Greek. Which is that verse.
Yeah, but
in
they did worship
Hebrew,
God in
I'm
the
not
Old
sure
Testament.
actually. I learned Greek. I didn't learn Hebrew.
I didn't learn either.
Hebrew
so
is a
you're way
lot
ahead of
harder
me.
than Greek, and I'm lazy. So,
Well, Captain
Hey, I'm with
Dadpool,
you
that's
all the
where
way.
you fucked up.
yeah,
You should have learned
apparently.
some real languages
Apparently.
and shit. Yeah. That is
A
where
degree
you
in
fucked up.
divinity.
Otherwise,
only
you'd be a
gets you
theist.
so far.
You would have been a theist if you had just learned Hebrew, but you know,
That's
what can we
that's
do?
where I fucked up. That's where I fucked up.
That's it. I
That's
guarantee
what
it.
happened.
Brianna has a quick question, so I feel like it would only be fair if we give a long answer. Sorry if this has been answered, but, and I believe that we're talking about prostates again. What is Jeff's new TikTok? I tried to tag it today and realized it's gone.
That's a bunch of T's there for butt.
That's what I'm saying. That's the prostate butt. So, Jeff, since you're so obsessed with prostates, I feel like you should field this question yourself.
It is a lot of the bans come absolutely unprovoked and happen without any.
That's not Jeff.
Warning. Oh, let me type real quick. I gotta type something in. No, so a lot of the bans come very unprovoked and without warning. So I don't have time to alert everyone as to the account. However, and I'll put this in the chat right now, if you use my link tree, that will make sure that you always have the most up-to-date TikTok account, because I do plan on getting this one banned as well.
And by the way, Brianna, I had to go to the Middle East to ask about Jeff, and they didn't know who Jeff was. And it turns out they didn't have Jeff. But I found him eventually. So
there he
I
is.
think anybody can.
We don't even have him here.
I have also been informed that I am on the terrorist watch list in Malaysia.
Rock on. I am so jealous.
You made it, man.
I've made it.
Big time.
Hey,
It's
Captain
not-
Apple's God now.
Eddie, it's not hard. If you want to make that list, post yourself on the internet ripping a Quran.
Yeah, you don't even have to do that. You just have to say something negative and get to the right place.
Just mispronounce Quran, and that's it. You're on the list.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
then
not going to
I am
Saudi
on
Arabia. I'm
several.
not going to Iran. I'm not going to Malaysia. I'm not going into Indonesia for my own safety.
Ooh.
Hey, if you do, you can recruit me, and I'll take care of you.
But
all
let's talk
5'7"
about
of me.
this is a bigger issue though that I think we need to talk about with TikTok and their bans, because
Look at that pretty smile by Bryce. Oh,
because
I'm
you
sorry.
can go on TikTok and tell people using whatever religion behind it that that homosexuality is a sin and that these people deserve to go to hell. All kinds of terrible messages can be spread on TikTok and the accounts don't get taken down. However, if you simply make content that is opposed to that notion or says, I don't think there's a God, I don't believe this, then your account can be banned. And there is no necessarily human review process that TikTok has in place. So that allows these religious groups that maybe have a WhatsApp group that they go around with people's accounts and then just mass ban them. So they're allowing that to happen.
Mass what?
Mass ban.
So I will put this in the simplest, cleanest terms possible from a Christian. That's bullshit.
It is bullshit, but it's not even bullshit from a theistic point of view. Let's go back to the Seth Andrews thing. Is your God, like your God needs you to formulate a WhatsApp group to then ban people on TikTok because they're speaking out against your religion? Like your God is that weak. He can't handle it himself. He needs you to create a WhatsApp group. And you know who I'm talking about. If you don't know who I'm talking about, I doubt they're watching, but that goes out and leaks people's addresses that speak up against you, or tries to get people's pictures released and all kinds of other dumb shit. That's a pretty weak ass God, if you ask me.
Hey,
So
Steve,
what do you
any
do,
other
Jeff?
questions?
Jeff?
We sure do.
Bro.
And
100, bro.
Hey, Steve, any other questions?
We sure do. We have actually quite a few of them. And speaking of weaselly faced trolls, what is Captain Dadpool's daily driver? Our weasel faced troll himself would like to know.
It's a Nissan Leaf, I guarantee it.
No.
Daily driver. Oh my! I drive a
Camry.
Was it 2005 Dodge Ram 1500?
Oh, the Dodge man. I love you even more, baby.
Oh yeah.
He would also.
My girlfriend drives a Mazda S4, and it's a manual transmission, which I'm super jealous of. But I bought it
right off of
so.
He would also like to know if Nate showers.
Not his hair.
Only on Wednesdays.
Gotta save that water.
we've got a question from Normalizing Atheism for Jeff and Oz specifically. Fuck one, marry one, kill one. Nate, Jim, and Eddie. Go.
Pasta, go back to bed and get a little bit more sleep and then come back and ask questions.
Eddie, you were a subject of the question, but the question was not addressed to you, my friend.
Jeff, you go first.
I'm sorry.
I'm not answering that.
Why?
Pussy. That's easy. Fuck Nate, fuck Jim, fuck Eddie.
I'm speechless.
The troll is speechless.
Mark it on your calendars, folks.
You did it, Pasta.
You did it.
I thought trolls had answers for everything.
I don't even have an answer for that.
Pasta knows what he's doing.
Jimmy would like to know, what do you all think about pineapple on pizza?
I guess I don't.
Should be illegal.
Straight to hell.
Burn.
Illegal.
I'm for it.
Burn.
100%.
Get out of here. Kick
If
him out.
there ever was an argument for hell, it's pineapple on pizza.
It's not just the pineapple. You have to get the Hawaiian, which comes with peppers and sausage.
So you're saying that it requires multiple ingredients to have pineapple on pizza?
Not
Nothing
necessarily.
but pepperoni goes on pizza. Just pepperoni. That's it. Nothing else.
Oh,
you don't want cheese?
You have to have.
Well, with cheese.
No.
You said nothing but pepperoni.
Oz,
cheese, and
Oz,
salt and bread.
If you want to field that question, go for it. The fuck one, marry one, kill one. Go get it.
Falcon soul.
Kill them all.
You have to wine and dine me before all of those options, though. That's my only criteria.
Jim, I feel like I have already crossed that barrier.
I know, bud.
Ooh. Kilo Doggy 1 is wondering if we have normalized atheism yet, and if not, can we please give an official time estimation for completion?
We'd like an ETA for that, please.
The hell kind of question is that?
Immediately following the rapture.
As soon as we determine whether a hot dog is a sandwich or not.
It is.
The rapture is BS.
I think we have started normalizing atheism as people that have no religious preference are now the majority in America.
Amen.
Truth.
Wait, was that stat claiming they don't go to church or claiming they're not religious?
They don't have a religious preference.
Jim's gone.
It wasn't a scientific study either. It's literally like phone calls.
Nothing about Christianity is scientific. Be quiet.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I have one final question, and it's a very, very serious question from Pasta Mike to Jeff, specifically. And then we will announce the contest winner, and I will read the joke. I won't be able to display it, but I'll read it. Very serious question for Jeff. Who made lizards?
What the
What made lizards? Who made lizards?
Lizards, right?
Oh my gosh.
That might be the last thing I expected to come up.
Lizard people are
yes,
are real. So they were created by the U.S. government in the 1960s when they came up with the word conspiracy theory. Just so you know, conspiracy theory was not a word until the 1960s, and they used that, the lizard people did, to cover up JFK's assassination and the 9/11 murder plot by Lyndon B. Johnson, which was then carried out under Bush's tenure.
Okay, so I have a follow-up question then. Because the question was stated, who made lizards? So do you think that lizards or lizard people came first?
Lizard people came second.
Okay, so who made lizards?
Well, lizards were created by Nazis that traveled back in time.
Oh, okay. So time travel.
Through Area 51.
Fair enough.
Hey, Steve,
And what does David Icke have to do with it?
Go ahead and ask.
Everything to do with it.
Okay.
11:25.
What was it? Okay. From Javier?
No, from Pasta.
Javier.
1125.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Really serious question for Eddie. Oh boy.
And I'm going to hold you to the fire on it, Eddie.
I'm not even going to pre-read it. How can you be sure your experience with what you claim to be the God you believe in is in fact true?
Ooh, pasta with the heavyweight questions. I can say it fits within my worldview, but aside from that, I'm not sure.
So you are agnostic.
Well, we have a very good knack of convincing ourselves of many different things. So, given my worldview, I would say that the things I've experienced would seem to fit the idea of a God and interacting within people's lives and things. However, it could be just, confirmation bias. It could be coincidence. I'm not a certainty kind of person. So
how can you be sure? Are you saying you can't be sure?
What the hell was that?
It's that's the deconversion process.
Yeah, that was Satan laughing.
Watch the
sure. I don't know what he means by sure. I'm pretty confident.
How confident?
But again, that's not, certainty. It seems to fit my understanding of God and how God interacts in the world, but I'm not certain about it by any means.
Scale of 1 to 10, how certain?
Probably around an 8.
Okay.
Wow, you're higher than I am.
Yeah, and so if you discovered then that your confirmation bias played into it, where would that move you?
I'm sure confirmation bias plays into it. Being in the West and heavily influenced by Judeo-Christianity plays into it. But without some type of defeater that seems to be overwhelmingly a defeater, I don't really see any reason to move away from where I'm at.
Wait, so you're presupposing and then you're looking for a defeating?
No. That's not what I said at all, Jeff.
Well, no,
Eddie,
I can't. Yes.
Wouldn't you agree that no one can be certain and it always requires a certain amount of faith?
If you say faith ever again to me, Doolittle, we're going to have problems.
So
no, it doesn't. No, because faith to me is nothing but trust. That's all it is. That's all it means. It requires, there is a degree of uncertainty. Yes. However, the things that I've seen happen in my life, which appear to be answered prayers, I have had what I believe to be religious experiences, all fit within the worldview of Christianity. So for me to deny my personal experience, I would need some kind of defeater or something very significant to make me think otherwise. And I came from a position of agnosticism. I didn't come from a position of being a Christian.
Those are two different things.
Yeah, I know.
Did you believe in a God beforehand?
When?
Before you became a Christian.
Well, it's kind of a little hard to explain because I grew up with a fundamentalist, legalistic family who talked about Christ, but there wasn't really much religion there.
Well, we just asking, did you believe in a God before you became Christian?
I felt that I always felt that there was some higher intellectual power. Yes.
So then you were just an agnostic theist and you became a agnostic theist.
I mean, if that's the word you want to put on it, yeah, sure.
Hey, can I ask a question, Eddie? It was
Yes.
just something I was curious about a few minutes ago, and I don't have a follow-up, but I just wanted clarification. A few minutes ago, you said that the experience that you had fit into the worldview or your understanding of God, and that's why you now believe in the God, because of the experience you had seems to fit with that model. That's about right. That's about what you said, right?
Yes.
Does it fit into any other theistic models, or only the version of God that you believe in?
From the studies that I've done on other religions, I don't find any parallels that are as similar to the experience that I've had.
That's all. I'm not gonna ask a follow-up.
No, it's for example, I've had what I believe to be religious experiences. However, I do also understand that there are people who meditate and get to this higher level of feeling of religious experience. There are people who take psychedelics and believe that they have a religious experience. So within my understanding, my reality and my experience, it seems as though they were, actual religious experience. But again, I don't claim certainty with my epistemology. I don't believe that we can have certainty, only degrees of confidence. So I try to leave open the option or the idea that I could be misled, or it's confirmation bias or something of that nature.
Well, thanks for all the questions. And Eddie, thank you so much for the honest answers. Really, really appreciate it, and appreciate your honesty and openness in this discussion for sure.
Yeah, tilt your camera down.
Who?
You, Eddie. Eyes in the upper 2/3 of your camera, sir.
I don't have
everybody has our eyes in the upper 2/3 of the camera.
It's funny you said that, Jeff.
You don't want to look short
because I actually didn't even do the rule of 2/3 on mine when I normally do. But thank you for busting me out in the middle of everybody.
2/3. Eyes in the upper 2/3. Everybody, you're on notice, and no red shirts. Don't wear a red shirt on the live stream.
This is salmon.
I wasn't talking about your shirt. I'm saying don't wear a red shirt. That's just a general rule.
Well, I feel like it's time that we announce our winner, and I'm going to read the joke that was written, but there's quite a bit of wordplay, so unfortunately, it's not going to read well. Wittershins
throwing pipes
is our winner. First of all, I never really wanted anyone to die, D-Y-E, and I've never approved of violets, but I still blew Hugh's brains out. B-L-U-E-H-U-E-S. Brains out. Susan was nice, but I had to cull her. Please don't read into this story. Wittershins, hit up Oz at austin@tart.live with your address, and you will receive a pipe. Thanks for stopping by the Murder Shed, where answers get questioned.
What up? What up? So everybody backstage, don't leave. Don't leave. Hold on, we'll talk to you in a second. But now that Pasta Mike is here with it. He's been in the chat here for a little bit, and I want to make sure that we do this because he can go back and listen to it, but I think he needs to hear it from the crew, and we'll condense this because he can go listen to the full version earlier. But Pasta, I'll say this and I'll let the guys talk. As a channel, we would not be where we're at as far as the not just the presentation and the visuals and production value and all that, but we wouldn't be where we're at as far as whether it's SE or the Socratic method and how we present ourselves here. We would not be who we are as a channel, and we would not be at the amount of subscribers and followers that we have if it wasn't for your, and I know you're going to like this word, you're being our mentor. and doing that. So we appreciate it. And Pasta, at the end of the day, I love you, man. And you're my dude, you're my brother, you're my homeboy. And I appreciate everything that you've invested into myself, into this channel. And we have a gift card. I think it's around 300 something. I got to go back now, $300 something because of everything that you've poured into us as a channel, individuals, and into the community. We did the best we could to put something together for you to show some appreciation and some love your way. And we have a gift card coming your way for right around $300 or $300 something, just to say that we appreciate it. We love you. Murder Steve, anything that you'd like to say before we wrap now that we have Pasta Mike live?
Yeah. So, basically what I said before is, none of us would be here if it wasn't for Pasta Mike. He really kickstarted the whole thing. There's a lot of channels out there that exist today that I feel that Pasta deserves the credit for inspiring or helping them get that little push to get them going, whether it be a piece of gear or, helping out with an intro or just inspiration, not only from Pasta himself, but from this channel. And we appreciate everything that you've done and all the hard work you've put in, the tireless hours. And I'm glad to call you a friend.
Absolute goddamn pipes. Jeff, go ahead and speak on it.
I think what you guys said is straight up. Like, a lot of shows would not exist without that. So that rippling effect is going to go on for quite some time. But also, Pasta living locally and coming out to shoot stuff with me and bringing some high quality video, and not only dropping the money on a lot of that stuff to get the kickstart going, but being around to support it, and being around to continue to push new normalized atheist channels, so that and he's a very big proponent of freedom of speech, so he's always been on my side when it comes to the things that I do.
That thing. I'll stop. And Nate's been with us for a few months, but I know even Nate has had an impact as far as production and just the work that it takes to do what we do behind the scenes. And it is a lot of work that people don't see. So Nate, before I give a final word and I'll wrap it up, what say you, my man?
I agree with everyone's positions on what Pasta Mike's given, not just to this channel, but the community, and not just the atheist community. There's theists that he helps out behind the scenes that you may or may not know about. Tons of other channels. Me personally, we've spent hours where he's given me either critiques or advice or helped me with certain areas of production so that I could work to get better. We wouldn't be able to put enough words into it to tell Pasta how much we appreciate him and all the time, effort, money, energy, listening, everything that he's done for all of us. So props to you, Pasta.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. And as we end our 1 year anniversary celebration, I don't think we could end it properly without saying thank you to all of our subscribers, our channel members, our patrons, all of you that make it happen. Because if you don't come, and when I say every fucking time that we go live or re-premiere, who are we? What are we doing? What are you talking about? And it's the stories like Samuel Doolittle's, just to name one. There's many at this point, but just to talk about Samuel because he's here with us tonight. Those are the stories that make me very proud to be a part of this and to say this is what we do. As far as trying to help people and navigate that and deal with the repercussions that come from it. So I have to say that, and even our position with mental health over the first year, being able to normalize mental health, mental illness, and talk about it and make it very, very accepting on our channel, to be able to talk about and discuss. I think it's amazing. And who knows how many people it just helps me sometimes being able to talk about it and process through that. So for all of you that support us, thank you. And then to our mods, we have a pretty badass crew of mods that help us. And there's been a couple shows like the Infidel Noodle Show where myself and I think it was Grumps and Titan Uranus put a message out on the Discords. It was like, hey, this is what's going on. And everybody showed up that night to make sure that everything was cool and calm. You guys are awesome. We appreciate it. And try to make sure I don't miss anybody. Because it's been an awesome first year. So to Pasta, Steve, Jeff, Nate, and even the ones that are on the screen with us right now, J Mike, K-Nevs, Ben, everybody that's helped even on screen, we appreciate your what you brought, what you brought in what you offered the channel, whether you're here for a long time, a short time, we do appreciate that. And that's just the beginning. And before I say peace out, anybody else want to say one last word before we go?
Love y'all.
All right. So Tarsians, we love you. And Pasta Mike, Nate said he would send you that gift card straight out of his bank account. So we'll get that taken care of first thing in the morning. This is the Atheist Roundtable for Oz, Murdershed Steve, Jeff, Nate, and Pasta Mike, and all the other knuckleheads backstage. Peace out.
Turn it up. What up? Yeah. Grab your chair, put up a seat, yeah. Welcome to the Atheist Roundtable. We just the dudes that you knew for poking holes in all these fables. Yeah. See, we just some atheists that got questions like, why does God kill babies with cancer? Hopefully, you can bring some answers. We'll sit back and take notes. Go ahead. Welcome to the Atheist Roundtable. Welcome to the Atheist Roundtable.